Andy.
Hi, Tito Boy. I think my last interview was probably with you.
I know. Andy, nung pinag-uusapan namin pag-uusap natin itong kwentuhan natin, sabi ko, hindi pwedeng hindi sumulat ang tula o kaya magbasa ng tula si Andy dahil I will always remember how beautifully you would write.
Thank you, Tito Boy.
Totoo yan.
Thank you so much.
So, here is something that we would like you to read.
Ikaw ay nasa araw, sa langit at sa hangin na aking nilalasap. Umaawit ng kantang puno ng pag-asa at ligaya. Nararamdaman ko pa rin ang ginhawa ng iyong mga yakap. Wala na ang sakit, wala na ang takot. Ikaw ay nakikita ko sa mga ulap, sa karagatan. Naririnig ang bulong ng iyong pagmamahal. Magkikita din tayong muli. Sa ngayon, diringgin ko muna ang himig ng iyong mga awit. Maraming salamat, Nanay. I'm Andy Eigenman. My mother is Jacqueline Jose. And this is my story.
Rolling, 5, 4, 3, 2...
How are you?
I've been, I've been okay. I've been doing well. Things are not as easy, but I'm holding up okay for my family also.
You are okay, but you can't say you're happy. And things are not easy. Anong ibig sabihin nun?
I mean, it's only once that you lose a mother. We only have one mother. I feel like...
I lost mine in 2019.
Right? And I feel like you would somehow get me when I say na, losing someone that important to you, it changes you. It changes, everything changes.
And the thing is, ang natutunan ko, akala ko it goes away, it doesn't.
Exactly. And akala ko yung parang, okay, dito sa week, sa mga oras na to, lahat ng luhang naiyak ko, yun na yun. Pagkatapos nito, mas magiging madali na. Hindi pala ganun.
And then, it hits you in the most unexpected moments, di ba? In the most surprising places.
Tell me about it.
Bigla na lang.
Yeah. Sometimes it's so funny kasi yung out of nowhere and super out of place, biglang maiiyak, tapos matatawa na lang ko sa sarili ko na bakit ba ako naiiyak? Hindi ko na alam anong gagawin ko. I have a few businesses in Siargao and me and my husband are partners. My husband. I say my husband, but yes, we're not yet married.
Okay, better say it now.
So, we own the business, but we still work part-time for it. So, I'm a server or a cashier at times. And oh my God, like, bigla na lang ako iiyak habang nagtitake ng orders ng mga tao. Bigla na lang maiiyak na lang ako, maalala ko si nanay.
Bakit nanay ang tawag mo sa kanya?
Actually, yung pagtawag namin sa kanya ng nanay, parang evolution yun eh. When I was pregnant with Ed, nag-iisip siya na ano bang magandang itawag sa akin kasi ayoko ng lola lang. Pero gusto niya something na ganun yung vibe, na very her. Tapos, I remember it was Direk Joel Lamangan that gave her the suggestion na ano na lang parang Nainay. Nainay. So, yun yung plinan niya. Okay, magiging ako si Nainay. Pero paglabas ni Ellie, and nung eventually natuto na si Ellie magsalita, yung lumalabas is Nanay. Biten. Kasi hindi pa maayos magsalita ba? Nanay yung lumalabas. And I feel like yun that's how our relationship is, me and my mom and my brother and
Gwen.
And my brother Gwen and my mom. Parang yun yung lambing namin sa kanya na nanay na din yung tawag namin. And I feel like it worked best kasi that's the most fitting for her. And she would always be so proud kapag kapag ganun yung tinatawag namin sa kanya. Kasi alam mo, kapag tinatawag namin siya nun, parang yun yung way namin na maglambing.
So, if I ask you, who is Nanay?
Who is Nanay? I would say, she's a work of art, all on her own, you know, with her many facets and many personalities and many emotions. That's who my mom is, and I feel like to the point that sometimes it would be hard for me, it would be difficult for me that that's how she is or that's who she is. But now, remembering her that way, I only remember her that way in the most positive sense.
And who is Andrea?
Wow. I guess I'm just, in relation to your first question, sabi kong, and Andrea is just a few chunks, just a few chunks taken off of that masterpiece that is Jacqueline Jose.
Did she always call you Andrea?
Madalas talaga tawag niya sa akin Andrea. Madalas kapag kagalit siya sa akin. Pero Andrea talaga. And I feel like that's what made that name more special. Kasi mga taong katulad lang ni Nanay yung tumatawag sa akin ng Andrea. Pag sa iba, Andy.
Andy, pinakamasasaya, the happiest memories you have of your mother?
Wow. You know, there's countless memories.
First memories that come to mind.
First memories. Yung pinakamaagang memory ko, simula pagkabata, laging nangyari sa shooting or sa isang set. You know, I have most of my fondest memories, my greatest memories from being a kid is when my mom would bring me along to her tapings or shootings. Lalo na kapag out of town. Pagka malapit lang, nandun lang ako sa tita ko. Pero kapag out of town, parang wala akong na-miss na shooting or taping. Talagang bit-bit niya ako kahit saan siya magpunta.
Kung sinasama ko si Andy nung maliit, si Andy, kasi ayokong iwanan siya dahil wala lang akong choice. Pero pinalaki ko si Andy at si Gwen hanggat maaari. Pag nasa loob na ako ng bahay, si Jane as mom lang yung nakikita nila.
Actually, safe to say, I grew up, di ba? I grew up on set.
Tama.
Di ba? Parang dun lang talaga ako, pakalat-kalat sa gilid, dala-dala. Dun ako nabuhay. And that's why I feel like I find a weird, kakaibang sense of comfort. Ngayon na nandito na naman ako, di ba, sa isang set.
Did you look forward to going to the set with mom?
I did. I feel like going to the set with my mom growing up was also what made me want to try to get into acting as well.
Okay.
Sa younger.
So, when you started to work as an actor, hindi ka na nanibago sa set, no? Kasi familiar ka na talaga.
Maraming ang ibang nagsasabi na parang pag nakikilala na ako, mahihain ka pala? Bakit parang hindi naman? Sabi ko, mahihain ako pero pag nasa harap ng camera, it's not something new to me, I guess. So it's not something for me to feel uneasy, di ba? My mom, this is not her job, this was her life. So, inevitably, it became mine too.
I always hear that from you. Na ang pagiging aktor ay hindi trabaho ng nanay ko, buhay niya.
Yeah.
So you got into that point in life where you also considered your work as life. Napunta ka rin doon, no?
Yeah. And I feel like kaya hindi ko na inaasahan na maintindihan ng mga tao. Pero feeling ko kaya mas naging komplikado ito para sa akin. Mas dumating sa punto na kinailangan kong magdesisyon kung kaya ko pa ba, kung gusto ko pa ba ituloy ito, or baka panahon na para maghanap ng ibang journey na nararapat din para sa akin.
Palagay mo ba nasaktan siya when you decided to leave, not Manila, not the city, you decided to leave showbiz, yung mundo na pinakamamahal ng nanay? Isa sa hindi namin malilimutang image ninyong dalawa ay noong siya'y nanalo sa Cannes Film Festival at isinama kanya sa entablado.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to ask you this. Yung ba'y nakaplano? Yung ba'y alam mo na mangyayari in the event that she wins? Did you even talk about it? Ano ang kwento?
Sa Cannes Film Festival, it's a whole week of affairs, different events, and different, things to do. Pagkadating mo sa araw ng awards night, sasabihin nila kung yung team mo, so yung pelikula mo, papapuntahin pa sa loob or hindi. Kasi masyadong maraming bisita. And then, na sinabi na papuntahin kami. So, nung nalaman namin yun, lahat kami or kami ng ninanay, talagang sa usap-usapan, so baka may mapapanalunan tayong award. Kasi, bakit tayo sinama, di ba? Bakit pa tayo kailangan papasukin doon? Pero kahit isa, walang nakapag-blurt out na baka si nanay mananalo ng... It was too far out.
It was not top of mind na baka manalo si Jacqueline, si Jane.
Kasi ang laki masyado ng Best Actress yun major award yun. So nung tinawag siya, walang prepared. Wala sa amin ang prepared. Like, grabe yung reaction naming lahat ni nanay. It was so funny kasi yung bibig niya, yung nakabukas na, ganun yung reaction ni nanay. Yung talagang, hindi niya alam anong gagawin niya. Si nanay nga, like what I said, di ba? Kakaiba siyang work of art. Like, there's never a time na you can intimidate her. You know, you cannot make her get nervous. She's not that type of person. She's always so confident and secure in, how she wants to portray herself.
But that moment,
she was left, like, as in, wala, speechless. Isang thing lang ang hindi niya kinalimutan. Hilain ako. And I kept saying na, hindi nanay, kasi dapat talaga siya tsaka si Direk Dante yun. Kasi, syempre, the director, di ba? So, sila ang dapat na umakit. So, ako, ayokong, like, co-actor mo lang ako dito, no? Hindi ko kailangang sumama. Pero hindi. Sasama ako. Siya ang nagsabi nun. Sasama ako, aakit ako kasama niya. And syempre, si Direk Dante, ano ka ba? Di ba? Basically, I was just, like, looking around, like, staring at all these people. And all these people are not nobodies, huh? These people are... Wow, like successful people in the film industry in the whole world. They were all applauding my mom. Wow. This moment, I feel like, yung sa mga pelikula na parang invisible cuts, nilagay ka sa isang scenario para mapanood mo yung pangyayari. I didn't feel like I was there because I knew it was not my moment, All of these emotions were just, I was just so full of pride for my mom.
You remember the hand extending to you, the grip, when she wanted you to go on stage.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah. And that's yun yung pinaka parang vivid na memory na naaalala ko. Hindi yung pag-akit ko, hindi yung itsura ko, or kung ano yung nangyari nung makit kami sa stage. It was when my mom said, "Come on, Andy, like let's go to the stage. Come on." And then after that, so we were sent to the backstage. We got to meet all these big stars and these filmmakers, my favorite filmmakers. I was so happy. Sa kakatawa kasi nadjujahe pa akong lumapit sa mga idol ko, pero si nanay, dali! Hindi niya kilala, pero my daughter! She loves you! My daughter is a filmmaker, and she refers to me as a filmmaker. Because she knows that I'm so passionate about, being a writer, and hindi ako artista. Ayoko yun. Aktor ako.
Sino yung mga taong ito?
Ang aking paborito si Javier Dolan, isa pa si Vanessa Paradis, tsaka si Kirsten Dunst. Si Kirsten Dunst, hindi ko siya nilapitan. Siya yung kumakausap sa akin. Kasi tuwang-tuwa siya kay nanay. At sinabi niya talaga sa akin na, sinabi sa akin ni Kirsten Dunst na, hindi ko kayo kilala, pero ang swerte mo na ganyan yung nanay mo. Kasi sabi niya nung pinanood niya yung pelikula, gustong-gusto niya si nanay. Pero nung nakita niya si nanay sa personal, I am in love. I am in love with your mom. Sabi nila.
Anong sagot mo?
Sabi ko, she's so amazing, right? And dala-dala niya ako hanggang sa likod kasi sabi niya, kailangan niya daw ng translator. Oo. Sabi niya, anak, sige na, maganda yun, maganda dating. Translator kita, kahit hindi naman kailangan. Pero basta gusto niya lang, kasama niya ako. She wanted
to give you a role.
Exactly.
She wanted to give
share
you a piece of that
Yeah.
spotlight.
Yeah. She wanted to share that moment with me.
Alam niyo ba kung ano mangyayari sa magulang niyo?
Gusto namin lumabas eh. Ayaw kami palabas din yung kami sa kwenta.
Sala natin yung bahay.
Hindi natin sasangla, wala tayong titiran. Raquel, si Ising lapitan mo, mapaluwagan yun. Sabi mo, gipit lang.
Nasa agad
Uy,
yung
boss,
sitwasyon tayo.
makakagawa tayo ng paraan.
Boss, sa akin yan
Ano ba yun?
Akin yan eh. Yan yung kinuha mo sa bahay eh.
Watching your mother up close, having lived with your mother, being the daughter of the great Jacqueline Jose, ano yung mga natutunan mo sa kanya pagdating sa craft, pagdating sa pag-arte?
number one, professionalism. Sa tingin ko si nanay, ang buhay niya, I feel like hindi naman siya parang secret, no? Ang buhay niya, hindi siya naging madali. Hindi madali ang buhay niya. My mom went through, certain hardships. But when it comes to her craft, she'll always be there. She'll always, show up as her best, with her best, and give her best each time. Kahit paanong klaseng project yan, kahit gaano yan kalaki, malaki man o maliit, ibibigay niya lahat ng meron siya. She's professional in that sense. Pangalawa, puso. Grabe yung puso niya pagdating sa craft niya. Feeling ko kaya ang galing-galing ni nanay. Kasi masyado siyang maraming nararamdaman. Grabe yung pagiging emotional niya, and through the years, she's become such an expert at expressing them, in ways that are just so astounding.
And what's even more amazing is she did it in a way na siya lang.
Siya lang. Walang makakagawa.
Jacqueline Jose.
Yeah.
And then no
Favorable.
acting style.
Exactly, no acting. And whether it's funny, whether it's scary, whether it's dramatic, she doesn't even have to act. You just feel her.
She did it her way.
Basta huwag mo lang kalilimutan na mahal kita. At sana, dumating ang araw sa puso mo na makuha mo akong mahalin bilang isang ina.
Palagay mo ba nasaktan siya when you decided to leave, not Manila, not the city, when you decided to leave showbiz, yung mundo na pinakamamahal ng nanay?
It took me a while to realize how heavy it must have been for her when I left the industry. One of her last few messages to me, when she would send me messages and she would just miss me, magpaparamdam siya, she would always either sasabihin niya, uy, may offer ka, or may gustong kumuha sa'yo sa isang pelikula, or sure ka ba, baka naman pwede kang bumalik lang dito, dalhin mo yung kids, tapos mag-taping ka ng ganito, or isusulat niya na lang, or siya na, anak, may naisip akong magandang role para sa'yo, magandang storya, ganto, ganyan. She never gave up trying to convince me or just hint at making me go back. And hindi ibig sabihin na, hindi marami kang fans na naghihintay. Hindi yun yung reason kung bakit. I mean, yun yung iniisip ko na parang, ano akala niya ba? Na parang kawalan ako sa industriya. Like, maraming iba dyan, maraming magagaling dyan. I am sure I am not needed. But what I realized was that it was more for her, Yeah. Because leaving the industry wasn't just about leaving showbiz, it was about leaving a big part of her life. I literally just left that.
No, at a certain point, she felt you left her.
Exactly.
And it was painful.
Exactly. And that's the thing is that people would like, bakit mo kasi ginawa yun? Ba't mo kasi ganyan? But my mom was not mad at me. I understand where you're coming from, that wow, yeah, my mom must have missed me. My mom must have been sad, with me being away. But that's the thing is that she didn't make me feel it, She made me feel that it was okay.
And people should know, tama yung sinabi mo, she never gave up. Kasi yung, sabi natin na, may feeling si Jane na iniwan mo siya was not a physical iwan.
Yeah.
But ito yung mundo natin, anak.
Mundo natin to.
Oo, ito yung mundo ko. Ito yung alam ko. Safe ka dito. Kasi alam ko pa ang galawan.
Yes.
Yun.
Kaya kitang protektahan
Yun.
dito. Ganyan.
And talking about it, she was always there. Naalala ko, some of your most difficult interviews I did, lahat ng kontrobersiya na pinagdaanan mo, Andy,
Yes.
andun ang nanay mo.
Yeah. Actually, this is something that, yun nga, parang I realized for sure na kami ni nanay sa mga oras na, oo, meron kami mga hindi pagkakasundo. Pero kahit minsan, kahit kailan, walang moment na hindi kami proud sa isa't isa.
Yeah.
Hindi kami fan ng isa't isa. You are never allowed to talk badly or negatively about my mom. Just because, for example, galit ako kay nanay ngayon. Ay, di ibig sabihin na pwede mong sabihin yung ano. Kasi yan nga yung reason kung ba't ako galit kay nanay ko. Mahal ko siya eh. Diba?
And vice versa.
And vice versa, exactly. So, it was never, yung parang yung mga hindi namin pagkakasundo, it was never because we did, you know, it was always out of love.
In the middle of those battles, ako nga ang dating sa akin nun, tama, mali. Pagpapakamatayan ko ang anak ko.
Yes. That's something, yun nga po, parang, oo, hindi ko sinasabi na sobrang perfect niya na nanay, no, na hindi siya nagkamali, na wala siyang nagawang di maganda. No, I'm not saying that.
No one is.
No one is, exactly. Pero napatunayan niya, para sa akin, masasabi ko na isa siyang evidence, siya at ako, na ang pagmamahal pwedeng maging sapat. Kasi kahit hindi siya naging perpektong ina, sa buong buhay ko, lahat ng pagmamahal na binuhos niya sa akin, naging sapat para mapalaki ako or makapagpalaki siya ng tao na nasa isang magandang lugar sa buhay niya.
She never judged you.
Her love, for me, her love was enough.
Were you guys affected? Did you talk about it? Yung mga comments, mga sinasabi ng ibang tao?
Honestly, I used to be. I feel like,
You used to be affected?
Yeah, as much as I never admitted it, I feel like one factor kung bakit rin nahirapan na ako sa industriya, na-affect ng sobra yung mental health ko. Kasi kahit na hindi ko inaamin noon, hindi naging maganda yung pagtanggap ko sa kung ano yung nasasabi ng mga tao tungkol sa akin. At ayokong pumayag na parang hindi ko rin matanggap na ito yun? Ito ako? Ito ba talaga ako? Kung ano yung sinasabi ng mga tao na to, yan ba talaga ako? Hindi ko pa nga kilala yung sarili ko eh. Paano naunahan na ako ng mga tao na masabi kung sino ako. So, kaya rin ako umalis. Pero, na-realize ko ngayon, sa noon, it was my mom and now it's my family, my partner, Philmar, and my children. Ngayon, hindi na ako naapektuhan. Wala na lang yan sa akin kasi na-realize ko ang mahalaga na yung mga mahal ko sa buhay, alam kung sino ako. Kilala yung puso ko. Hindi ko na kailangan mag-explain sa mga tao na hindi ko naman kilala. Diba? Habang hinuhusgahan nila ako ng or pinagsasalitaan na hindi magagandang bagay, nandyan lang ako sa Siargao, namubuhay ng masarap. Tahimik. Simple lang, pero masaya.
Now, you know, we talk about it. How do you intend to honor that legacy now that she's gone? Would you continue to be a filmmaker? Would you continue to act? Now, you know, we talk about it. How do you intend to honor that legacy now that she's gone? Would you continue to be a filmmaker? Would you continue to act? You know, paano may pagpapatuloy ang pag-honor sa memory na ito?
The easiest thing to say is to just go back and keep doing what she does. Alam ko kung gaano niya kagusto na bumalik ako or na ituloy ko pa rin. Hindi naman na to the point na talikuran mo yan, wag na yan, balik ka dito. It wasn't about that. It was just more, she just really wanted me to go back, to do something again, to act again.
And will you?
I don't know. Kasi feeling ko, yun nga, I really do wanna honor her in some way. And obviously, it will always be related to filmmaking or acting or the industry. Kasi ito nga ang buhay niya eh. Pero, hindi ko pa alam kung sa paanong paraan exactly. Kasi, hindi ko sinasabing ayoko na mag-artista ulit or umarte ulit. Hindi na ako babalik. Naghahanap pa rin siguro ako ng tamang pagkakataon para doon.
I get it. How you don't know, but you surely want to honor the legacy of your mother.
Yan? Yan. Parang pagkain yan.
Ma'am, marami po yan. Yung parang walang pandemic, hindi hadlang yung paghahabol ng oras. Pero sinusunod pa rin namin ang IATF po.
Highlight eh. So, gano'n na yon.
Kanan kayong dalawas, no? Yogi kayo, hindi nagpapahinga.
Aabangan namin kayo, abangan mo kami. Bye!
In some of her interviews, minsan tinatanong siya, Jane, kung ika'y mamimili between career and family and your children, parati sinasabi ng nanay mo, karera. Tanong, Andy. Pag naririnig mo yun, nagagalit ka?
No.
Nagtatampo ka?
Actually, hindi naman yun sinasabi sa akin, no, na
No,
ganon.
pero
Pero
nababasa
kahit
mo.
na hindi yun naitanong sa kanya at di ko narinig na ganon ang isagot niya, alam ko na yun ang isasagot niya.
Pero naiintindihan mo
Yeah,
yun?
kasi
Make us understand.
Kasi ako yung, para sa akin yun eh. Pinili niya yung career niya. Para sa amin ang brother ko yun. I feel like, to her, yung career ko importante to kasi ito yung nagbibigay ng buhay sa akin and ito yung paraan ko. Ito yung pinakamagandang paraan na nakikita ko para mabigyan ng magandang buhay ang mga anak ko. And totoo, napakaganda ng buhay ko. Napakaganda ng buhay ko. At napakaswerte ko. At alam ko na maganda ang buhay ko at swerte ako nang dahil sa kanya.
Looking back, now that she's gone, now that she's with the Lord, do you have a better understanding of her?
I would say na iba yung bigat ngayon na wala na siya.
Oo.
Pero simula nung umalis ako ng Manila, nung lumipat ako sa Siargao, and I left the industry, parang somehow I was able to understand lahat ng mga pinagdaanan ni nanay at lahat ng mga desisyon na ginawa ni nanay sa buhay niya. Iba lang yung sa akin, iba ako, pero kung ako yung tinanong kung career o pamilya, pipiliin ko pamilya, iba yung sagot ko. Pero it doesn't mean that I don't appreciate her choices and that I don't respect it. You know, pwede naman tayo magkaroon ng iba't ibang paniniwala, iba't ibang opinion, pero pwede pa rin nating tanggapin at intindihin at mahalin ng isa't isa. We're going to make something.
Looks like our body. Mommy found a stick.
So cute because he packed his own baon.
Paano ang pagkakaiba ng pagpapalaki sa inyo ng nanay mo as opposed sa pagpapalaki mo sa iyong mga anak? Fundamental differences.
Very different. I feel like my mom, she showered me with a lot of love. I was sheltered with the help of the people around her that love her. Ninang Lorraine, my tita, her sister, and also my mom's other siblings, they're a big family. So yung mga tita ko and tito, nandyan sila to help my mom when she was raising me. So, kaya niyang makapagtrabaho or iwan kami. Pero, syempre, kahit na ganon, in a way, I was in a place of comfort. Pero at the same time, nagkaroon pa rin ako ng room to be more independent. Kasi wala si nanay parati.
Nagtatrabaho?
Oo, nagtatrabaho. Hindi naman sa ibig sabihin na, you know, it's a bad thing. Pero wala siya palagi kasi nagtatrabaho siya. Sa mga anak ko, I just wanted to do the opposite. And again, it's not because I didn't agree with my mom. I just wanted something different. I just wanted to be there for my kids. So now, ako, gusto ko nandiyan ako parate. Hindi ako papayag na mapakain mo siya ng breakfast na wala ako. Or, alam mo yan, yung mga ganun. Gusto ko hands-on. I am a homeschooling mom.
Yes.
So, I am the one that teaches my children. Ganun
What a-
ako kapursigido na ako ang magbibigay at mamimili ng klase ng edukasyon na gusto kong ibigay sa mga anak ko.
What I'm hearing is that lumaki ka, madalas nagtatrabaho ang nanay. Ang ginagawa ko ngayon, I want to be present in my children's life. Not because I deliberately want to be different from my mother. I am just really different and she was just different.
Yes, the thing is, to put it this way, si nanay nakapagtrabaho, nagtrabaho ng maigi para magawa ko to.
Oh.
Nagtrabaho yung nanay ko na
I
maigi
love the way you say that.
para ako, kaya ko maging yung nanay na gusto ko para sa mga anak ko.
Galing.
Naniniwala ako na hindi ko magagawa itong desisyon na to sa buhay ko at hindi ako magiging ganitong klaseng ina kundi dahil sa nanay ko.
And you are the mother that you are because of her.
Tsaka, hindi ako nahihiya, hindi ko kinakahiyang sabihin na magkaiba kami ni nanay. Magkaiba kami ni nanay to the point na minsan hindi kami nagkakasundo. Kasi kaya nga kami magkaiba eh. Binigyan niya ako ng blank space. Binigyan niya ako ng kwartong walang laman. hindi niya dinikta kung sino ako dapat, kung ano ang dapat akong maging.
She allowed you.
She let me flourish and bloom into my own person.
Sa isang interview niya with Audrey, sabi niya, oo, tinatanggap ko. This is a paraphrase. Takot ako sa mga anak ko. Takot ako kay Andy, lalo na. Kasi kadalasan tama siya. You heard about it?
Yeah, I feel like that's in relation to me saying na yung pagmamahal ko kay nanay, minsan tough love. Na habang tumatanda na siya, I want her to make certain decisions that are more, siya yung priority, pero ayaw niya. Kami pa rin gusto niyang priority kahit may mga sarili na kaming pamilya at buhay, ayaw niya. Mas gusto niya kaming mahalin.
Takot ang nanay sa'yo. Takot ka ba kay Ellie?
Oh my! Oo. Kasi, yun nga, parang si Ellie as my firstborn, I'm happy that now I'm raising Lilo and Koa with Philmar in a way that I'm being the mother that I've always wanted to be.
With Lilo and Koa?
Yes.
Okay.
That's thanks to my mom. But the realization and putting myself here, it was Ellie that paved the way to that. Si Ellie ang nagbigay sa akin ng direksyon. Si Ellie ang ilaw ng buhay ko. All of my decisions, sometimes not literally or not directly, pero lahat ng naging decision ko sa buhay dati that led me here is to give her a good life as well. Kumbaga, pareho lang kami ni nanay ng goal. Magkaiba lang yung execution.
Good morning. It's 1.25. I do charcoal painting. Ito sa katipunan niya nung araw, merong...
Andy, si Ellie, nung pumanaw si Jane, paano siya nag-cope?
Wow, Ellie. You know, like we're talking about my mom being strong, me being strong. Ellie she's on another level.
Superwoman.
I was so surprised. Kasi, ayun nga, ako yung klase ng ina na parang textbook medyo, like, I really want to be there for you. I will understand your feelings, talk to you, listen. Only, alam mo yun, homeschooling mom, only healthy food allowed. Ganyan akong klase ng ina. So parang ready ako na, oh my gosh, ibang klaseng ano to. I have to be here for her emotionally. I have to teach her how to be mentally strong. Parang, I didn't even need to do any of that. Because she was so comfortably expressing and releasing her emotions, how she felt. She will cry it out. You know, she will release and express her sadness. Pero, okay siya. She seems to have a clear understanding that that's life. That's how it is. That's life. And I want to also commend her tita, Jerica, and her grandma, Tita Arnie, the mom of Jake, because I feel like also that the strength comes from her faith. You know, they have really strong faith in the Lord, and I admire that. I really admire that.
Si Ellie, is she more like nanay? Or is she more like you?
That's so funny. She is a lot like my mom. And to the point that now that nanay's gone, medyo nagiging ticket tinutulungan ako ni nanay na pag pinapayuhan ko or pinagsasabihan ko si Ellie, papakinggan talaga ni Ellie yung sinasabi ko kasi sasabihin ko talaga, alam mo, ate, nanay will also tell me this before. So if I say that, you know, put sunscreen every day. Never step out of the house without wearing sunscreen and bring sunscreen in your bag. And she'll just be like, parang pinagsasabi nito, di ba? Pero pag sinabi ko, si nanay, sinabi yan sa akin dati, di ako nakinig sa kanya. Bigla, okay, sunscreen. Susundin na niya.
Balikan lang natin yung kwento nung she would always be so excited when you and the kids would come to Manila, nag-grocery, tinatago muna niya kasi gusto na isorpresa. What is the story?
This happened a couple months before my mom passed. This was the last visit that we were able to see her in Manila and be with her. So anyway, we arrived and alam ni nanay na conscious ako about my children's health. So nagsabi siya sa akin na, oh anak, nagbili ako ng mga chocolate, nag-grocery ako ng mga treats for the kids for the whole week habang nandito kayo. Pero tinago ko muna kasi kailangan piliin mo muna kung ano din yung pwede. Diba? And that, again, is another example. Hindi siya agree. Gusto niya pa-enjoyin at pakainin ng junk food. Pero hindi ibig sabihin na she will disrespect me. magpapaalam pa rin siya sa akin. So, sabi ko na, sige, go nanay. Ano mo lang, i-offer mo lang. So, kumuha yan si nanay ng chocolate. Hi guys, you want some chocolate? From nanay, bought you chocolate. Eh, my mom, she likes to munch on seaweed. Yung mga seaweed na ganyan. Ang dami niya, nakapack. Nakikita lang dun sa shelves. Si Lilo, my 4-year-old goes, looks at it. Both of them looks at the chocolate and they're like, walang dating. Tapos nakita nila yung seaweed. No, I want that. Si nanay, ano ba yan? Ang dami-dami kong biniling junk food, tapos gusto nila seaweed. Ang corny naman niya. Hindi naman kasi nila alam yan, nanay. So, nakakatawa kasi nasad pa siya na ayaw nila kumain ng chocolate. Pero gustong-gusto ko talaga yung moment na yon.
Mahal niyo ang dagat, mahal ko ang dagat. Laking isla kayo, laking isla ako. And napaka-refreshing lang nung commonalities. Napaka-refreshing. I just thought about it na parang sa dami ng mga pinagdaanan natin, sa dami ng napakaraming struggles, you know, parang dilinis ang lahat ng yan ng dagat. Do you have that sense?
Yeah.
No?
It's so nice the way that you put it.
Yeah.
It's true. Someone once asked me before, yung parang, so, ba't ka nagpunta ng Siargao? Did you go to Siargao because of your, love life, di ba? Kasi, obviously, my Philmar is from there. And then I said, no, actually, I love Siargao not because of my love life. Parang given na yon. I love Siargao because that's where I learned to love my life.
Wonderful. Ako naman, ang perspective ko, parang, maybe because I come from that space where I did some of your most difficult interviews.
Yes.
Pero nobody remembers it now when they talk about Andy Eigenman. What people remember is Siargao. What people remember yung naglalakad ka doon, part of the community, one of the locals, yun na yun. At malapit doon sa paglinis ng dagat ay pag-usbong ng love affair. Pero kumusta ang buhay doon sa Siargao? Kumusta ang buhay niyo?
Masaya.
Masaya. Paano niyo inuumpisa ng araw?
Siya muna, mag-uumpisa ng araw. Tulog pa kami.
Ako, nagigising ako ng 4 a.m.
Dahil, diretso ka sa?
Yun lang talaga yung body.
Yeah, ganun lang siya. Probinsyano. Maaga matulog, maaga magising.
So pag umaga, gumigising ka, then you do your stuff, and then magmaganda ang dagat, you surf, or lumalakad.
Alam ko, 7 a.m. Pag nagsisurf ako, 7 a.m. Balik na talaga ako sa bahay kasi alam kong nagigising na yun sila. Kakain hanggang 7 a.m.
Lunchtime, afternoon to evening, anong ginagawa niyo?
Pag walang surf, balik na bahay.
But yeah, mostly we surf and we're in the beach, we're outdoors with our children. Sometimes we're busy at the shop kasi baby namin yung Happy Islander Surf Club na shop, yung aming bagong open na cafe. So parang nagtatrabaho rin kami doon.
At ang trabaho niyo ay?
Ako cashier or server, tapos siya tagabili ng tubig. Joke. No, siya sa surf school. Kasi Philmar is a Philippine team coach and an athlete.
And a champion?
And he wants to. And he, parang gusto niya in his own little way na meron something for Siargao. Specifically for Siargao, for the kids of Siargao. So that more kids can have the opportunity to be like him. So we started Happy Islander Surf Club. Yung buhay na pinili ko, for a long time, for quite a while at the beginning, my mom did not understand why I made that choice. And I feel like that's because we are different people.
The Siargao choice.
Yeah, she believes that she wants to work hard and really focus on her career so that she could give us comfortable lives, the lives that we want, financially. And walang mali dun. Just to clarify, walang mali dun. Yun lang siya.
Because one time I had a conversation with her and she was worried. Yung buhay, paano kakikita.
Exactly.
Did she express that to you?
Yes. And she was so firm about that. Na hindi pwede ganun. Hindi pwede i-let go mo, ibinenta mo yung mga, your luxuries, you sold it to me. To her, that was, that's crazy. You're crazy. I was different. You know, I just believe that sometimes people think I'm glorifying parang having no money or being poor, but having a simple life or living in the province does not equate to being having nothing. And I'm not saying I have a lot, but kontento ako. And naniniwala ako na yung mga anak ko, magiging masaya pa rin sila. Pwedeng umabot, sana hindi. I work hard for my children too. I learned from my mom. Hindi na lang sa harap ng camera, pero I do work hard to give my children comfortable lives as well. But maybe I don't achieve as much as my mom in terms of giving that. Pero naniniwala ako na kahit hindi ko mabigyan ng maraming luho yung mga anak ko, magiging masayang mga tao pa rin sila. Kasi papalakihin ko sila na, tinuturuan ko sila na maging kontento sa kung ano ang meron sila, sa kasimplehan ng buhay namin.
That's a powerful word.
Pero inuulit ko, and alam ko, masaya ako, I'm flattered na marami mga tao na natuwa sa akin na ganun yung pinili ko, ganun yung desisyon na ginawa ko. Pero inuulit ko, yung desisyon din ng mom ko or yung choices ng mom ko, that's also correct. Okay lang din yun. Tama. Kung gusto mo na ganun, kung gusto mo na ganun ang desisyon mo, wala ring masama.
Sabi ko, powerful words yung content ako eh. Who are we to measure the happiness of another? Using yung metrics natin. We're so unique. At kami, pinapanood namin kayong dalawa, ang nanay mo at saka ikaw, magkaibang. And who are we to say that the happiness of one is better than the other?
Exactly.
Kanina we started to talk about this. Your mother used to say, "Kya sera sera."
Oh, she says that. Oh my gosh! I didn't even think that someone else would know that. Gusto ko nga sana yun ipatattoo sa sarili ko. Yeah. O kaya, as you are.
As you
Be as you are. Yun. Or kya sera sera. Or Hakuna Matata. Lahat ng motto na or mga phrases na palagi niyang binabato sa akin or binabato, na-realize ko it always just means one thing.
And?
Para sa akin, it's always about you, you know? Choosing to put yourself first, loving yourself, and giving yourself the life that you want. Palagi yung sinasabi sa akin, whatever your heart desires, Andy, whatever your heart desires. Kahit ano pa yan, kahit na sobrang gusto mo makapag-aaral sa Hogwarts, ganong mga pangarap, kung naniniwala ka talaga, mangyayari yan. Ganon si nanay mag-instill ng faith sa amin and
that
trust.
Whatever will be, will
kahit
be.
ano, yes, kahit ano yan. Nakakalimutan ko na sana sinasabi ko rin pala sa kanya.
Sana.
I feel like I realized that she always tells me that, but I didn't realize is that I should have told her to tell herself that also. Or I should have told her that too. So that she was also able to apply it to herself. Because si nanay, yun nga, puso, pagmamahal, pelikula, pamilya, mga anak, yan ang buhay niya. To the point na parang nakalimutan na niyang magtira para sa sarili niya. Okay lang sa kanya. Lahat to para sa inyo. Para sa inyo lahat ng pagmamahal.
Was there a moment in your life as mother and daughter na nasabihan ka niya, Andrea, unahin mo naman ang sarili mo?
I feel like it's more of the opposite. Nung pinili kong unahin yung sarili ko, akala niya pinapabayaan ko na yung sarili ko.
Oh.
So at first, hindi niya matanggap or maintindihan kung ano yung decision, etong decision na ginawa ko sa buhay ko na I left showbiz and eventually left Manila. Pero when I was living that life, yun, doon na niya na-realize na, ay, yun pala yun. Sige pala, sige, naintindihan na kita. Support na kita, ganyan. Tapos,
sinasabi niya yun, madalas tama siya.
Tama ka, oo, palagi niya sinasabi yun.
Di ba?
Palagi niya sinasabi yun. Yun nga, parang sana ako yung nagsabi sa kanya.
Correct. Oh. And
Nanay, pwede mo rin gawin niya.
I get it. And I really get it. Kasi 2024 was supposed to be the year na pupunta sana ang nanay sa Siargao. And 2024 was supposed to be the year na kayo magpapakasal ni Philmar. Now looking back and living in 2024, ano yung mga thoughts? You know, your mom was also vocal in interviews na nalulungkot siya na may kanya-kanya na kayong buhay. Gwen is in the US studying and you're in Siargao. Sinabi niya yan sa inyong magkapatid?
Alam ko na malungkot siya. Pero at the same time nga kasi, hindi naman niya ipaparamdam na it's something na para gusto ko bumalik kayo or what. No.
She wouldn't say
because
that.
she's always in a place of understanding. And at the end of the day, I'm an adult already. I'm 34 and You know, I have my own family. So, kumbaga, hindi ko sinasabi na, hindi, okay lang yung ginawa ko na malayo, okay lang naman yun sa kanya. No, hindi yun yung sinasabi ko.
Right.
Of course, I wish I visited her more. You know, of course, I wish all the times that she said next time na siya magsha-Siargao, I wish I just picked her up and just like forced her to come visit. You know, of course, I have those regrets. But I find peace knowing that she always assured us na, okay lang, you're doing well. It's okay. Like, you're in a good place.
How was your relationship with Jane? Kay nanay?
Okay lang.
Hindi, narinig ko yung kwento na nung sumulat ka yata kay nanay, nung nagpaalam ka.
Pinento pala ni nanay yun.
Yes.
Paalam ka na ano, you want to marry me?
Oo. so, you know, is that true?
Yeah.
Oh. Anong sinabi mo doon sa iyong pakikipag-usap doon sa surat? Surat din sa iyo ang sulat. Suyat. Tingnan mo, magkakatunog tayo kasi magkatabi ang ating mga isla.
Sinabi ko na, siyempre, sobrang mahal na mahal ko si Andy. Alam kong mahal na mahal mo rin. Na, promise na alagaan ko siya. Si Ellen na rin, kung gaano ko siya kamahal, ganun ko kamahal ko yun.
Oo nga. And I remember in one of your interviews, sabi mo, the biggest sign was his relationship with your daughter. Diba?
Yeah.
Kanina sinabi mo, one of your regrets, kasi 2024 was supposed to be the year na pupunta sana ang nanay sa Siargao. And 2024 was supposed to be the year na kayo magpapakasal ni Philmar. Now looking back, and living in 2024, ano yung mga thoughts?
Ang daming... That was a bit heavy for me because I don't live every day of my life thinking my mom can die tomorrow.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that was a mistake, di ba? Mali ba yun? Hindi ko alam na ganun yung pag-iisip ko na hindi ko pinagdadasal or pinapangarap na magiging mapuputol agad ang buhay ni nanay. Tapos ang dami kong mga inaasahan mga pangyayari sa taon na to na that involves her. Kasi after all, ang pagpapakasal namin ni Philmar, it's also mostly more for her. Kasi kami ni Philmar, kahit di kami magpakasal, asawa ko na yan. Asawa na namin ng isa't isa. Para sa akin, yun ang mahalaga. Pero alam ko na magiging masaya si nanay kapag ka nagpakasal. Hindi pwedeng parang kasal ko tas guest lang siya. No, di ba? She's to me, she's my most important guest at that wedding, supposedly. And it's also a big deal for her to come to Siargao kasi ang dami kong natutunan sa pagpunta ko sa Siargao at marami akong pinapangarap na pagka siya siguro nakarating din doon, gusto ko siya rin. Gusto ko siya rin, ma-realize niya rin to. Gusto ko siya rin, makita niya rin to. Magkaroon din siya ng pagkakataon na to make certain changes in herself, in her life, na baka kapag ka siya rin nagpunta ng Siargao, mangyari din yun.
Sinasabi naman niya, pagpatayo muna ako ng bahay ko.
Oo, yes!
And you wanted her to experience, drink beer sa Cloud9. Paglakad ka dyan sa dagat, you're free, you know, and you imagine that she would have enjoyed Siargao.
I knew she
And that is a regret na hindi mo binuhat ang nanay mo at lumipad sa Siargao.
Yeah.
But the marriage, nakasal, would you still do it? Not this year, no? Parang sa
hindi pwede yan.
Right.
Ayaw naman namin to do it this year, but yes, of course, we still are gonna get married. It's still in the plan, and it's something that we want din naman. Yes,
and you wanted to do it also for her.
Yeah.
Sabi mo nga.
Yung parang, I wanted to do it for her, pero syempre, that's not the only reason.
Correct.
You know, that's not the only reason.
Right.
You know, it's just a bit sad because that's a big milestone in anybody's life is to get married, and my dad is not around anymore, and Tita Sherry.
Right.
So, parang ang hirap para sa akin iisipin yun kasi ito yung mga importanteng tao sa buhay. Unti-unti na silang nawawala. Tapos akala ko nandyan lang sila. Akala ko may oras. Lahat naman siguro tayo yun yung iisipin, di ba? Hindi natin malalaman kung kailan matatapos.
And what is the lesson that you continue to learn? Wala na si Tita Sherry, Dad is not there, Mom is gone.
For me, the biggest lesson for me is to learn how to make
the people you love feel it the way they want to. It's not just about the best way you know how. Also make an extra effort to make them feel it the way they want to feel love.
Andy, how do you want people to remember Nanay?
You know, there's many facets of my mom. Just as any other person, we are all human beings. Hindi lang tayo black or white, di ba? Si nanay ganun din. Lahat ng colors hindi lang ng rainbow. Like, meron siya.
Yeah.
Diba? Sobrang niyang isang makulay siya na tao. Pero lahat ng nasasabi ko sa kanya, lahat ng naaalala ko. Hindi ko naaalala yung sakit or yung sama ng loob. Hindi ko naaalala yung pagkukulang or pagkakamali. Ang naaalala ko lang, siya bilang siya. Isang tao na punong-puno ng pagmamahal. And ang dami kong napupulot na aral doon. Like what I said kanina, just be kind, you know? Choose kindness. Be kind. Always do what you believe is right. As long as you're not affecting or hurting anyone, you know, just keep going. And you'll always be in the right place. I feel like I learned that from my mom. Kasi hindi niya naman alam kung anong ginagawa niya nung pinapalaki niya ako eh. Pero ang alam niya, ang ginawa niya lang, minahal niya ako. And everything turned out.
Nanay is, you know, Jane is just there. I'm sure while we're doing this conversation, I have this sense that she's probably somewhere just watching, eavesdropping on this conversation. Andy, anong gusto mong sabihin sa nanay?
It's always, every time I get asked that question, ang palaging lumalabas sa isip ko, maraming salamat. Always, always, maraming salamat, nanay. I feel like nung nabubuhay ka pa, lalo na ngayon, na nawala ka na, hindi ko palagi alam kung paano magiging sapat yung pagpapasalamat sa'yo. Kahit minsan, kahit isang beses, hindi ko naisip na itong buhay na to, makukuha ko or magiging ako ito kung hindi dahil sa'yo. Napakalaking parte ng pagkatao ko ay dahil sa'yo. Dahil sa kung paano mo ako minahal at kung paano mo ako pinalaki. Kaya maraming salamat. The theme of our whole life together, of our whole relationship is always love. Love. How great love is. Now that you're gone, that's the biggest hit in the head that I can ever get, for me to realize that how sorry I am that I didn't make that extra effort to give you the kind of love that you wanted to get from me. I just wish that mas nagpakumbaba ako, mas madalas akong nagpakumbaba at niyakap na lang kita, you know. I'll never stop being or feeling sorry for that, for my shortcomings as a daughter.
And now we come to the most important question of this special. Sino ka nang dahil sa iyong nanay?
I am brave and I am strong. And I know that I can overcome anything. And I can get through anything. I can achieve anything that my heart desires. Because of my mom.
Who is your mom? Because of you.
I feel like that's how love works. Is that, you know, it's give and take and it goes in a cycle. It goes back and forth, bounces back and forth. So I would also say my mom is strong and my mom is brave and my mom overcame everything and, you know, achieved all that she had achieved in her life because of us. Her biggest inspiration. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Jane must be so proud of you. Last question. Just complete the sentence. I am Andy Eigenman and
I am nothing without my mom.
Thank you. And
Thank
God bless you.
Tito Boy. Thank
God
you.
bless you. God bless you. Thank you, Andy.